job getting an half guard on your side, look similar to what Cuban was showing earlier, and that's great, right? That's where you want to be. Unfortunately, you don't usually start there, and especially if you're a white belt. A lot of times when you find yourself at half guard bottom, it's because the person on top is smashing you and passing your guard, and you're stuck on your back, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work from like a worst case scenario. You're flattened out, they have a cross face in the underwood, you're gonna learn how to survive and get back from there, make sense? So here's the position I want you to take. He's got one leg, okay? His shoulders are flat. He's gonna give me a cross face, and he's gonna give me the underhook, okay? And this is my position. You can sit this way, and sit this way however you want, but I want you to have a nice heavy cross face and an underhook. And I want the person on top to try and maintain that position, mount, or pass, okay? You can also go for submissions if you want. Person on bottom, pull guard, or get to turtle and play out the scramble, or roll, or sweep. Or go for submission. If you get to open guard, I want you to try and work all the way to close guard, lock your ankles up before you quit, just as a habit, okay? And then same person goes back in that same starting position. So go ahead and get on top of your partner. Let them have a leg. Get a cross face, underhook. Person on bottom should be flat on their back. I want you guys to spread out a little bit more. You got lots of room. Good. Cross face, underhook. Good, that's your starting position. I want you to work from there. I'll tell you when to switch, okay? If they escape, stop and start again. Go. Yeah, back. So let's talk about how to use this cross face and underhook, right? Because their upper body should be totally locked down when we're in here, okay? So with the cross face, I want my bicep up against his neck. Okay, if I'm here and I drop my shoulder, it doesn't have the same kind of effect. Get on your side and move around a little bit. Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to make sure my bicep is all the way against his neck, and then I take out that space, right? Yes. Yeah. And then that's a submission. Okay?
That's a choke.
Yeah. So if I want to tap, I just get it in the right spot and I'm there. But his shoulders, the main thing right now is his shoulders are pinned, right? Try and roll or move, get on your side. Good. This has to stay underhook. So if he tries to repummel, I'm not going to let him have it. And this is out here for base. You see my knee, my left knee? It's in tight like that, okay? So it's hard for him to pull guard. I'm gonna be in one of two places, but right now I'm gonna just keep it tight. So go to pull guard. There's my base, and there's the pressure, right? And that pressure is gonna turn on before I lift my hips to pass, which is what I wanna do. I want you guys to really be pinning each other with the shoulders, so then we can actually work to counter it. So.
Are you grabbing there, Matt? Like the lat almost?
Yeah, my fingers grab your lat just to hold the space. So I want my bicep all the way up against his head. That's the most important part. Then my fingers grab. And my shoulder doesn't go up here on his jaw, which is on his skull, but down here.
Oh, that's different.
On the neck, right? And then I can just go here, and it becomes a choke, okay? But again, we're not so much using it as a submission. It's cool that you can learn how to tap people out with it. But the main thing is to try and keep their shoulders completely flat, okay? Do it back and forth with your partner and work on just getting a good cross face, and then we'll start to count, okay? Go ahead and try it with your partner. Okay, guys, good. Bring it in real quick. Bring it in real quick. All right, so as we're drilling, right, you don't want to be practicing everything all at once. So, it's not about you escaping over and over again or rolling your partner doing this. You're just trying to work each specific piece that I showed you, right? So if we're just working, keeping the shoulders flat, put your focus just on keeping the shoulders flat. We're going to add reversals and rolls as we go, but that's how you get better at jiu-jitsu quicker, is you've got to focus on a little piece of it and try and get that right. Then you add another one. When you try and do everything all at once, you basically wind up with sloppy jiu-jitsu, which works against other sloppy jiu-jitsu. You'll be fine against other white belts, but as soon as you go up against someone better than you, then you're going to pay the price, right? Come in a little closer. So, what we want to try and do is do the fundamentals of jiu-jitsu perfect. And the idea is jiu-jitsu is such a powerful delivery system that if you're doing the fundamentals perfectly, the other person can be bigger, stronger, younger, faster than you, and you can still win. You can overcome that, right? And I'm always assuming that my opponent's bigger and stronger than I am, and faster and younger, and I'm always assuming they're a lot bigger. That's the jiu-jitsu. When I started jiu-jitsu, it wasn't about for tournaments, it was about fighting, okay? So we're always assuming the other person can hit us. Okay? So that's how we're operating. Half guard bottom is a terrible place to be when people can hit you. A lot of the MMA fighters would prefer half guard to cross sides just because they can put a lot of punishment on you. So you have to be very careful there. We're going to talk about the strikes as we go, but keep that in mind. So when I first started jiu-jitsu, because we were always hitting each other, the main thing we tried to do when we got half guard bottom was get full guard back. And in the process of trying to get full guard back, that's when the sweeps and submissions and other things would happen because they have to try and counter it, right? But I want to have if I'm on my back, I want my feet and my hands between me and the guy, and I want him far enough away that he either can't punch me in the face, which is open guard, or close enough where he can't punch me in the face, which is closed guard. That's what that's all about. Open guard is to keep them so far away they can't hit you. Closed guard, keep them so close they can't hit you. We want to go one or the other. So you're using half guard to get there. Make sense? Okay. And then the last thing we'll talk about here is what makes jiu-jitsu work. So if you have two people, two kids or two humans go out and get in a parking lot, in a fight in a parking lot, who've never done jiu-jitsu before, wrestling. A couple punches might be thrown, somebody grabs the other one in a headlock, they fall to the ground and they're rolling around, grabbing, squeezing, hugging, pushing, pulling, bridging. That's called pressure. That's what I call pressure. Pushing, pulling, squeezing, using your muscles, that's pressure, okay? And both people are doing that. That's what normal people do in a fight. By the time you guys get to be blue or purple belts, you come from a good school that has good fundamentals like here, put the timing on your headlock escapes, you can almost guarantee in that same exact situation, a big strong person puts you on the ground in a headlock, you're going to come out on top and you're going to fight. You're at least going to escape that one position pretty much every time. Right? So what's the difference? The difference is before the blue belt or purple belt goes to pressure, pushing, pulling, grabbing, squeezing, they get basic posture. They get basic posture, and then they apply pressure, and that's what makes jiu-jitsu work. So if you're going right away, pushing, pulling, squeezing, you're fighting the way people fight. You're not doing jiu-jitsu. What makes jiu-jitsu work first is base, your connection to the ground, so that you can adjust the shape of your skeleton, your posture, in relation to your opponent, and gives you leverage. Now you can use that leverage to defeat somebody else. That's how it works. If you're smart, and you look at jiu-jitsu, you're not looking at the techniques or speeds or this, that. We're looking at the basic posture, the positional basic posture, the structure of it. And once you understand that, let's look at this position here. He's got me flattened out. Yep. Cross face, underhook. Give him good weight here. Good weight. So I'm stuck, right? It's hard for me to move. Again, I'm assuming he's bigger and stronger than me. My shoulders are kind of stuck. Maybe I could get a butterfly hook, but I don't have a lot of leverage. And he's right on top of me, feeling good, right? So before I even try and attack him, I want to adjust my base and posture. So first thing is, I got to hang on to the leg I have. If I let that go, he'll just pass. Pass? Yeah, just bring the leg in. So go back. So it's not so much about this, locking my legs, it's about this, pinching my knees together. Okay? Kind of like you're doing a thigh master. I'm pinching my knees together tight. So go to pull your leg out. So it's hard for him to pull his leg out. His hips have to lift high. Okay, so I'm hanging on to the leg I have. Now, you feel pretty good still, right? Your weight's over the top of me. I'm going to adjust my base and posture. You good things.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go here. This position here, like this, right? And now, how does that feel? Your weight's over here, right? And now, I'm going to start to work that, okay? Yeah. So, let's talk about how to do that. So everybody go like this. just, you don't need your foot on the mat. You just gonna go like this. Push your hips. Right? Rotate your hips. Pull your bottom hip back. Okay, good. Now your shoulders, watch. I retract my bottom shoulder. Retract my bottom shoulder. Okay, so I start flat, hip, shoulder. Shoulder. Start flat, hip, shoulder, tip, shoulder. Until my top shoulder is in front of my bottom shoulder. It's like a ratchet. Good, so. In this position, right? Your hand is already caught out here. Okay, so this is stuck. So we're going to use this to help us get on our side. So what I want you to do is I just want you to point to the mirror. And grab it. Just point at the mirror. And now push your arm this way a little bit. Take out the slack. Good. So you're taking out the slack. Okay? If he goes palm down and grabs me, grab me. Grab me. He's hanging on to me, but he's not grabbing my weight this way. Okay? Go for a second. So you don't want to do this. It's this. Right? Like I'm going palm up. And I'm just pushing my arm that way. And the guy's big and strong, you're not going to be able to push him off you, but you want to take all the slack out. Okay? So, yes, now take the slack out. Good. Now, pull your bottom shoulder back. Good. Now, pull your hip back, bottom shoulder. That's it. Just freeze right there. Don't worry about the rest. This is our position. Okay? What am I going to do? I'm already in danger of potentially being rolled, getting him pulling the guard. Right? My weight is now, keep this pressure here. Don't grab it. That's it. You don't want me to bring my weight back here. Put this up against my neck. Good. Okay, so now my weight's here. I don't feel good here. I don't even feel like I'm in a position where I can pass. And now he can do sweep, pull the arm, whatever. I'm going to stop. Right? That's the idea. So a little slow. On top, nice and relaxed. Taking out the slack. Taking out the slack. Pull my bottom shoulder back. Good. Bottom shoulder. I'm not staying still. I'm off this position. Still hanging on to the leg I have. Right? Now I'm on my side. Right there. I don't need my feet on the mat. To keep them from flattening me out, I can just rotate my hip and my shoulder back. And we go. And this is the part, this is where we're going to start. On our side instead of flat on our back. Okay? So, hip, shoulder, hip, like this. Okay? Try it back and forth with your partner. Have them just do dead weight, relaxed weight on top. Okay? Guys, look here real quick. This is kind of a somewhat powerful motion, so if you guys if you get split and kind of contract, you'll just get rolled, okay? Which is fine. That's one of the things we're going to do, but so I can sit on top here. I'm going to expand my base a little bit, right? So I'm here blocking out the guard. See what I need? Now I'm not going to roll. That's the first little base. I'll do that. And you're just going to have an easy sweep. So let's just automatically assume that I'm top. Has some gravity, he goes here. shoulder. Hang on to the leg you have. Put your knees together. Good. Just like that. Do it again. Careful of putting your ball on like that. Don't hurt your wrist.
Just lay there.
Just leave it for now. Good. Now hang on to the leg you have for now. We're going to full guard and then just keep your knees pinched together. Don't grab your hands. Here, down a little more. Pull your shoulder back. Right there. Much worse. Okay, good. Good, good. Instead of falling over, spread your base out a little bit. Who are you? 5 steps ahead of me. All I want you to work right now is getting on your side. Yes. Do it again. So hang on to the leg you have while you're doing it. Pinch your knees together tight. Pinch them together. Good. Take out the slack with your arm. Don't worry about pushing on his hip. Just like that. See how when you grab him, you pull him back on top? Hold him this way. One more. Pull your bottom shoulder back. Beautiful. Freeze, freeze, freeze right there. Pinch your knees together. How do you feel right there? Yeah. Yeah. Not good. Yeah. That's your starting position. So this is where we're getting to. Okay? Keep going. Yes, that's it. That's it. So you're hanging on to the leg you have and you're getting on your side. This is the most important thing here. If you do this, you can get out. Good. Good. Okay, let's do it real quick. That is, that little movement right there is something I wish I'd learned as a white belt. But that's the most important thing, right? If you're on your side like that, now you're in a great position to pull guard, to sweep, to attack, and most importantly, their base and posture is also gone. So you adjusted your base and posture and you took away theirs, right? They're off balance, their weight was right on top of you, now it's over here, right? And they're just thinking about how to recover right now. They're not worried about passing your guard anymore, okay? So that's the idea with that little movement. Now, a couple things. You want to keep your knees pinched together tight, and you can use your leg to help move the hips. Come here. Yeah. So if you just watch my motion right here, my knees are pinched together, right? Sit up a little higher for me. Yeah. My knees are pinched together. As I push down on the outside of his right thigh with my inner left knee, I can pull my hip back. Like that. See, I'm using his body to help get my hip away from him instead of having to unlock my legs and put a foot on the mat, right? And it's the same thing with our upper body. I'm retracting my bottom arm, and all my top arm does is keep his weight over here. If I grab, I'm pulling him back on top of me, right? I don't want to pull him on top of me. I want to be in this position like this. So this should be our finishing position, okay? And as simple as that is, that's the thing you want to spend your time drilling. All the sweeps and submissions and stuff are easy after that, okay? So let's do it a few more times. And now as your partners start to get a little better at it, get a little heavier, get a little tighter, make it a little trickier for them to get on their side. Okay, go ahead. You can switch on your own. Push your arm towards me. Yep, and now pull your bottom shoulder back. Pinch your knees together. Yep.
that makes sense.
Okay, guys, good. Take some time practicing, but if you don't work, right? If I'm cross-side, cross-side. Yes. Good. So he's in a position like this, right? Shoulder, right? Now from here, my feet off the mat, right? We'll touch my head. Try to flatten out. Move my feet on the mat. Once my shoulder gets pushed in front of my top shoulder's in front of my right shoulder, there's no way he's going to flatten me out. So you're going to use the same nice and relaxed. Partner's going to relax. He's in my half guard. Half guard. Nice, relaxed. Cross face and underhook. Good. And he's going to have, relax your body, he's going to have a slightly wider base so I don't sweep him. Okay? So I'm taking out the slack. Pull my shoulders back and turn. Now, there's a space right here with his knee. Use my hand or my elbow. Bring my knee up. Once I bring my knee up, I can extend my upper body away. So let me do it to you. Very relaxed. Good. So work that first motion that I showed you just now. So get on your side. My base goes wide, so he doesn't sweep it, right? You don't need to do anything else now. Bring your right knee between my legs. And now, right, freeze. Once his knee gets here, he connects it to his elbow. Freeze. See that? And now, lean your upper body away. Straighten out your back. Yes. This is the part a lot of people forget. Come back. This is what's going to make your guard hard to pass, is that constant extension of your upper body away. So as soon as he makes that frame, now straighten your back, straight out. Boom. Now you pull me in close guard. Oh, good. That's the motion. Okay? So, you've gotten them on their side. You make a frame. Once you connect your knee to your elbow, I want you to lean back as far as you can and just pull guard. Okay? It's your first base.